Welcome, 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 welcome. I want to thank everybody for tapping in with me for Mogul Mondays. Every single Monday, we go live and we teach you different topics. Now, tonight is very special. I have a public service announcement. I quit real estate, but not commercial. I quit the residential side, and I officially shut down my residential real estate business. And I want to teach you what my next steps are, what my 5-year plans are, and how I'm going to actually go out there and make more profits on the commercial side. But before I break that down, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I go live on YouTube. Every time, you want to make sure you stay tapped in. So please like, comment, subscribe, and share this out with a family member or a friend so that they can stay tapped in and learn how to go out there and build wealth in their commercial real estate business. Listen, let's get it. All right, perfect, y'all. Perfect. Let's go. I'm so excited about this Mogul Monday. I'm very excited about this Mogul Monday. I'm excited on so many levels. He said I'm matching the Urus. I'm definitely matching the Urus. That's a fact. I'm so excited on so many levels for tonight because, you know, a lot of people's like, damn, Mogul, like, you quit real estate? You shut down your real estate business? Like, why? Oh man, that's a fraud. At the end of the day, we all have new levels to go. And the problem is most people are not transparent. Most people are not honest enough. Most people don't have integrity enough to be able to let you know the real deal. And I want to show you the real deal. I want to actually teach you exactly. Hold on one second. There we go. Most people are not going to be very honest with you and share their journey. But I take pride in being transparent and really letting you in on my journey. For those of you that have been tapped in with me since 2017, when I first got on Instagram, no, it was 2016 actually, when I first got on Instagram and YouTube and documented my journey. You've seen me grow over the last 8 years, right? You've seen me really go from the credit guy. And I always did real estate, but it was a time, excuse me. I always did real estate, but there was a time where I was just known for credit. Right. And then you see me go from credit, and then I went into real estate, and then from regular real estate, I went into the apartments, and then from the apartments, I went into the self-storage. So you see me elevate, and you never want to stay the same. You never want to stay in the same spot. You always want to make sure that you continuously elevate. And at this point in my life, I've built up the portfolio. I've built up the equity. I've built up the relationships where it's now time for me to take it to an entirely new level. And that is where I'm going. I'm completely invested in the self-storage business. Right now, I have over 500 units, 540 units to be exact, in the self-storage business. And I know that right now, 540 units has really changed my life, but it's not going to change my kids' life, right? I need to get to 5,000 units. And the way I get to 5,000 units in the self-storage business is by letting go of other things. I cannot do every single thing. See, most of us, we are not getting to the next level of our lives because we're stuck trying to get multiple businesses and multiple streams without it being strategic, without it being intentional. Sometimes you got to give up something to go up. I want y'all to understand that. Sometimes you got to give up something to go up. So everybody here on Instagram, I want you to comment the word YouTube so that you can get the link sent to you directly and you could join me live because I'm going to do the full discussion here. So you want to make sure you jump over here. I'm going to be breaking down why I shut down my real estate business, right? Residential real estate business. Now, here's the truth. The truth is in 2020, the pandemic happened. And I quit my job, y'all. I was working at Pepsi for 6 years. I worked as a sales rep. I worked my way up from being a sales rep all the way to a delivery supervisor. I went from being a delivery supervisor to a sales manager and then to a key account manager. And I worked my way up the ladder. I was making 6 figures, but I knew that this was not something that I wanted to just settle for, right? But I quit my job once I had 40 units and I was making $8,000-$9,000 in passive income per month, right? I think it was like $8,000 a month in passive income. I was like, yes, I can quit my job now, right? And guess what happened as soon as I quit my job? As soon as I quit my job, the pandemic happened. So immediately, my world was shook up. Boom. So now I have tenants that's losing their jobs. And because I have tenants that's losing their job, what happens next? They can't pay me the rent. And when a tenant can't pay me the rent, you evict them. But now there's an eviction ban where you cannot evict anybody for monetary reasons. This goes on for 2 years. For 2 years straight, you can't evict anybody for monetary reasons because of the pandemic. Well, what happens to me as the landlord? As the landlord, I'm not getting a cash flow, but I'm stuck with the mortgage. I'm stuck with the taxes. I'm stuck with paying for maintenance because I can't shut the water off or electricity because the property will be condemned. So I have all of these bills, but I'm not getting the cash flow. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was stressed because at this point I'm leaving my job, right? And all of these things starting to happen. I'm thinking about what does my life look like in the next 6 months? So I had to pivot. I'm like, damn, what I'm going to do next? I got to figure out what my next step is. So I started to sell off a lot of my property because during this time of the pandemic, the other good thing was a lot of the property values were sky high, right? $20,000, $30,000 over asking price. So a lot of people were buying properties at top dollar. So I said, let me sell off some of my properties to get some cash in so that I could keep afloat until I figure out my next move. And this one property in particular, I had somebody that was offering me $20,000 more than asking price. He just wanted me to deliver the property vacant. And I had a tenant in there that was not paying me for months. So I went to that tenant and I said, listen, I need you to leave. I offered him cash for keys. I gave him $2,000 cash. I said, take this $2,000. I want you to leave. I don't even care what you owe me. I just need you out because I need to sell this property. He agreed. He said, bet, I just need you to put my items in a storage unit for 90 days. I said, all right, bet. But I started to look around in my area. Every single storage unit was full. Every single storage unit had a waiting list. The occupancy was maxed out. And I'm scratching my head like, damn, what's going on? Why is every single storage unit rented out or booked up and there's a waiting list? And that is when I realized whenever there's an obstacle, there's always an opportunity. Whenever there's a challenge, there's always a chance that you could actually do something bigger. And that's what happened for me during this tough time in the pandemic when my real estate business wasn't thriving and I'm trying to figure out my way. I learned this new world of self-storage. And in this new world of self-storage, I started to see how people was making money, tons of money, without the hassle of tenants, no trash, no toilets, no kitchens, no bathroom. And I said, I need to get into this business. That was it for me. I said, I need to get into this business. And then I started to go on YouTube University. I'm typing in self-storage and I'm learning about so many new things. And I end up coming across a mastermind. I paid $50,000 to join a self-storage mastermind because I knew I wanted to go in this business, but I didn't want to go in there alone. Mentorship is the GPS to your destination. I already understood that. So I was okay with putting up $50,000 and I just put up $25,000 on another mastermind for my marketing and my brand 2 months before that. So I'm already in $75,000 in mentorship in like a 3 or 4 month span. But this is when I learned so much more. I started to get introduced to lenders. I started to get introduced to fund managers and so many different things. But the information alone supported me and allowed me to go out there and buy my first self-storage facility, an 88 unit self-storage facility that I acquired for $750,000. I bought my first facility, but the way I bought it, I utilized the SBA 7A loan, and my down payment, I used the money that I flipped. I sold my property with that property that I sold. I took the profits and I used it towards my down payment to buy my first facility. And I realized that, damn, this is an entirely new world. I'm making so much money. My cash flow is much stronger. I don't get phone calls at midnight about, oh, there's too much noise and the kids is too loud, or this person is smoking weed on the property on the porch, right? These are things that I don't know about you. I'm only sharing my experience. And I said, I got to double down. Everybody type double down in the comments. Everybody type double down. I started to double down on my self-storage business. And I went and bought more facilities. I bought facilities in Tennessee. I bought a facility in Arkansas. I started stretching myself in different areas. And then I started to dial in on the Pennsylvania, upstate New York market, where now I have over 500 units. But in order for me to get to 5,000 units, I have to let go of something else. So I still have duplexes. I still have 4-unit buildings. But I said, why am I holding on to these? I got to sell them. And when I sell these things, I'm going to easily be able to cash in $300,000-$400,000 just by selling the smaller properties that I have. Well, what could I do with $300,000-$400,000 if I just sold those properties? Well, $300,000-$400,000, I could actually spread that out and maximize. I could go buy $5 million in real estate. $5 million in self-storage. Well, $5 million in self-storage, I could actually go get another maybe 1,500 units. 2,000 units. Now I can get to my goal faster. I want everybody to put faster in the comments. You want to be able to figure out a way to get to your goal faster. Everything is about becoming more effective in less time. Most people are not going to share this to you. I'm sorry. All the real estate gurus, the real estate investors, I already know they probably like, oh, nah, I don't really like what he's saying. But the truth about it is, when you go and you buy a single family, that's the worst investment you can make. I'm just telling you the truth. And it's my opinion. When you go and buy a single family, it's the worst investment you can make. Let me tell you why buying a single family is the worst investment you can make. It's not an asset, because you buy a single family and then you're paying into a mortgage, and with the interest over time, you're really paying double what it's worth. When you go and buy a single family and with the interest that you pay over a 30-year mortgage, you may buy the house for $300,000, but after 30 years of paying interest over time, you end up spending $500,000 for that same house. Like, what part of the game is that? How am I paying $500,000 for a house that I was really supposed to pay $300,000 for, and then I got a mortgage on it for $2,000? I'm gonna rent it out to somebody for $2,500. Well, now I'm making $500 a month cash flow. Well, the first time you have to go and replace a window, the first time you have to go and replace any type of plumbing, the first time that tenant leaves out and you got to go and put a new bathroom, new kitchen in, well, all your cash flow is gone. Put me in the chat if I'm talking to you. Let's be honest here. Put me in the chat if you've ever had to spend $10,000 on putting in new bathrooms, new kitchens. If you ever had an issue where a pipe burst and now you got to put in new pipes and you got to replace a roof, and now it cuts into all your cash flow. Like, this is just real stuff. I'm telling you, most people are not going to share that. This is why I say single families, at least for me, is the worst decision that you can make unless you have the money to be able to support it. But if you're looking to buy a single family strictly for cash flow, it's not the best move. Even when you go buy duplexes, triplexes, and quads, you put yourself in a position to make more money, yes, because now you have more units, which is good. But now you go from $500 a month cash flow to maybe $2,500 a month cash flow, $3,000 a month cash flow, right? So if you're making $3,000 a month cash flow, you're making a lot more money, but you times that by 12, right? You making what, $36,000 for the year. Again, you got to think about it. Now you got 4 apartments. So if each of those tenants move out, you got to spend $10,000 to renovate these units. You already ate into your, that's 40 grand. You got more tenants to deal with. So it's still the same number. So like, you start to think differently. My bottom line is not the same. I'm not making the same type of money. But with self-storage, it completely changed the game for me. And I'm going to share with you what my 5-year plan is. I want everybody to put 5 years in the comments if you want me to share what my 5-year plan is. Everybody put 5 years in the comments. And again, for everybody that's tapped in with me right now, every single Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have a free online workshop where I teach you how to go and get the money to go and buy self-storage facilities and do it without any of your own cash or credit. I show you how to create multiple streams of income with one acquisition every single Wednesday. So what you want to do is comment the word legacy, and you're going to get the link to register. It's a free online workshop. It's about 2-3 hours. I do it live every single Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or you could click the link in the description, or just go to commercialandcredit.com and you could actually register for the free online workshop. All right? 5 years. Cool. So this is my plan, y'all. So my 5-year plan is, all I need to do is acquire 400 units every single year, right? All I need to do is acquire 400 units every single year. Now, with those 400 units of storage facilities, that's probably going to cost me about, let's say, down payment money. Down payment money is going to cost me about $300,000-$400,000 down payment money. Let's just say $400,000 down. That's what it's going to cost me. $400,000 down to go get 400 units. But 400 units will be able to bring in for me $300,000 a year. So I'll be able to make back my down payment money within the first year. But the strategy is this. The strategy is to acquire more businesses. And when you acquire more businesses, you now build a valuation for your business to actually exit. So when I buy a self-storage facility, I now got that business. I do have the real estate that appreciates in value over time, but I also have the business that I own. So if that business I buy and it's worth $3 million, but once I add value to it by increasing the rents and creating multiple streams of income, that $3 million business is now worth $6 million. But I want y'all to follow what I'm telling you right now, and I want y'all to take notes. Get y'all pen in your pad. So if I buy 400 units a year, and with each facility or every facility, or maybe I buy one facility for 400 units, or I buy 4 facilities for 100 units each, I don't care how I do it. I just know that my target is to acquire 400 storage units every single year. And now I'm going to make money by setting up partnerships with moving companies. So every time that a tenant comes in and rents out a unit, I'm going to refer them out to a moving company and get paid commissions. I get 30% commissions every single month from a moving company. But my 5-year plan is, well, let me see what the projections are on that moving company for 12 months. At the end of the 12 months, if that moving company is bringing in $2 million, $1 million a year, now I want to acquire that moving company. So instead of me having a referral, I'm going to actually go and acquire the moving company. I'm going to buy you out. Well, guess what, y'all? This is the game. Because I built a strong relationship with the SBA, and the SBA is a small business loan. The SBA 7A is a small business loan. I could actually get a small business loan to go and acquire a moving company, and they'll also give me that money because I already have a portfolio of equity and collateral and life insurance. So now I built a strong relationship with my SBA lender where he's now going to give me more money to buy other businesses. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Hold up. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So I built a relationship, right? Built a relationship with my SBA lender that gave me the capital to buy a self-storage facility that year. I'm able to show the revenue within that moving company for 12 years based upon the commissions that I'm getting, which will now allow me to go to the SBA and say, hey, look at this moving company. I've been making $3,000-$4,000 a month commission. Imagine if I acquire this moving company. Can you give me the loan and utilize my facility as collateral and my life insurance as collateral to give me a loan to buy another business? Well, now I buy the moving company, and now I own the storage facility and I own the moving company. Well, now that increases the valuation of my total portfolio because I own 2 businesses, but it's aligned in the same industry. Well, that now because I own the business, well, guess what? That $3 million self-storage facility can now be worth $6 million because I just added the moving company on top of it. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If y'all picking up what I'm putting down, I want y'all to drop some fire in the comments. I bought the moving company and added it to the self-storage. Well, the next thing I'm going to do is look at my insurance company. Well, I'm getting paid commissions. I'm getting paid 50% commissions from the insurance company that I work with to provide insurance for my storage units and for my renters. Well, over the next 12, 24 months, I'm able to see what the revenue is on that insurance company. And now I can make an offer to buy the insurance company. Now I'm actually going to position myself to go buy a third company, an insurance company. And guess what? It's a small business. So you qualify again for the 7A loan because it's a small business loan. So now when I acquire the insurance company, I now bundle that in with my portfolio. And now you're talking about a $10 million portfolio. And that's only for one move. I didn't do anything differently, y'all. I just bought 400 units that year. But I'm leveraging those 400 units in the revenue that I'm bringing in and my relationships and the capital I'm able to grab to go and acquire the insurance company. This is different thinking. This is high level thinking. This is the next level, y'all. We talking about ownership. We talking about scale. We talking about buying businesses, acquisitions. All right, let me keep it going, y'all. Well, what if I told you that U-Haul actually rents out trucks on our facilities? We have a partnership with U-Haul where they come in and they run the transportation business off the facility. But you could actually buy into U-Haul and be an independent owner of a U-Haul franchise. Right? You could actually franchise U-Haul. So now I'm going to do the same thing. My goal is over the next 5 years to acquire 5 to 7 different businesses. But the 5 to 7 different businesses are all aligned with my self-storage facilities. So I'm not doing anything different or extra. I'm only doing what's already within my services. What's already within my arm's reach, but now I'm on the acquiring side versus just having an affiliate partnership getting paid referrals. Well, now I'm building my network because I have $10 million in business asset value, right? Plus now I'm adding more money into my insurance. So now my insurance policy is going to go up to maybe 30, 40, 50 million. And now I go to the SBA and I could go and get another business loan to go and buy into the U-Haul franchise and now get all of their processes, their systems to be able to acquire that business now added to my portfolio. Now I'm adding the U-Haul on top of my portfolio with the storage facility, the moving company, the insurance company, and now the U-Haul. Well, guess what? That now takes my portfolio of business acquisitions from 10 million to 13 million. Everybody put 13 million in the comments. Everybody put 13 million in the comments. I hope y'all with me, y'all. I hope y'all with me. Like these are the plays that we working on right now. That's bigger than it's bigger than small moves. Like I don't want to do things right now. I said this the other day. A lot of us are focused on getting a quick 20,000. Oh, let me go get a quick 20,000. No, I want a quick 20 million. I want everybody to put that in the comments. A quick 20 million. That's the difference. Most people looking at a quick 20,000. I am working on getting a quick 20 million. And if that means I have to sell off my smaller properties to go all in and go and acquire bigger businesses to get 20 million, well, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Well, now we also have vending machines on our facility. But instead of me actually partnering with a local vending company, I'm going to look at the 12 months or the 18 months of income. And now I'm going to make an offer to go acquire the vending machine business. Leveraging SBA, small business loan, 7A to acquire the vending business. When I acquire that vending business, now I add it to my total portfolio. You're talking about 15 million now. 15 million. This is over the next 3 to 4 years. We didn't even get to the 5th year yet. We didn't even get to it. Well, this is what's going to happen now. Because I added all these different businesses, now I can implement my management and my strategies of how I make more money off of my assets. I know how to increase more money. So I'm increasing my prices. I'm bringing my marketing presence. I'm able to explode these businesses and take the revenue to a whole nother level. Well, those same businesses that's now 15 million, but over the next 3, 4, 5 years, I'm going to be increasing the revenue. I'm going to be putting in different marketing strategies to grow those businesses, implement better systems where now I could go and exit to a public storage, to an extra space storage. I could go and exit to a big REIT, 30, 40 million, exit. Cash out to the big dogs that already have hundreds, 200s of millions of dollars, trillions of billions of dollars to go invest. And they're looking to go and buy businesses. Now I go and exit. And now I got a $50 million payout. All because I built all of these businesses, put it into one ecosystem, and piled them together. And I understand the valuation in studying all these different things. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing this with y'all in real time. So y'all understand, yo, damn, this is what Mo going on. He moving on another level. He going on a different path. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. And everybody here on Instagram, comment the word YouTube so that you can get the link directly to join me on YouTube live so that you can get the full discussion, because I will be moving completely over to YouTube 100%. And everybody, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't liked, comment, or subscribed yet, please do so and support this valuable information and get it out there to more people. Hit that notification bell. So think about this now. Think about this. Think about this, right? I want all of y'all to think bigger. We're playing too small. We're playing too small. Too many of us are trying to get, I just want to get $500 a month. I just want to own this property just to say I own property. I want to start that business so I can make $3,000. No, we talking about 30 million, 300 million. We got to shoot for bigger numbers. When I went to this mastermind and my mentor was on the stage and he has a partner that's a private money lender, and his private money lender partner came on the stage and he said that he makes $10,000 a day in interest on his money. Let me say that again. He said he makes $10,000 a day in interest on his money. I said, damn, what? He said he makes $10,000 a day interest on his money because he now lends out to people like y'all that's watching this and want to go buy assets. He now became a private money lender and make his money work for him. He's the bank now. Like, you really want to get into the money business. He said, I'm not in the real estate business. I'm in the money business. I lend you the money so you can go chase the real estate and you do all that and just give me interest on my money. But now he's making double up interest because the 50 million will go into a life insurance policy, right? A IUL, cash value policy. So you're making 10% interest on average on that 50 million that's in the policy. But now you actually can leverage that money to actually lend out. So that money is still secure because it's in a policy, but now you're borrowing against it to really lend out to investors and charging investors 10, 12, 13, 14, 15%. So if you're charging an investor 15% on that same money, well, 15% with the investor and then 10% over here in the policy, together that's 25% that you're making on that money. And you just sit back. I said, damn, that's a whole nother level. Everybody type 1% in the comments. Everybody type 1% in the comments. And I'm sharing this with you because when y'all see me in 5 years and I don't be on the gram like that, I don't be on the tube like that, do not be like, yo, where Mogul was. I'm telling you what the plan is. It's either you jump on board or you don't. I was telling everybody 5 years ago, I said, yo, we're going to go buy real estate. I remember I had a meeting and I brought all my friends in one room and I had a PowerPoint presentation. And I was saying, yo, look, y'all, each of us come together and we go get $20,000 in funding and we raise the money. We could go buy X amount of properties and we do this for 3 years straight. Nobody believed it. They waited too long. Oh, nah, I don't believe that. I brought all my family and friends. I had a family legacy meeting back in 2019. Yeah, I had a few family members that stuck with me and they getting money with me right now. But 90% of the family, I hear what he's saying. But now, they wanted to be stuck on continuously doing the things that they was doing. I said, all right, bet. I'm not mad at you, but I know it's not your time. I know it's not your time yet. But now 5 years later, multiple $1 million businesses, multiple $1 million days, that's documented as living proof, $20 million in family wealth, $10 million real estate portfolio. Now it's like, yo, can you show me what you was talking about before? But damn, my time is not the same. I really want to help you, but my time is not the same. I got a family now. I got businesses now. I got employees. I got a lot of things in place where I'm not as available anymore. It's not that I don't want to be available. It's the truth. I'm just not as available. But you waited 5 years to be able to understand the value of what I was teaching. So I'm only giving you this because I want everybody that's tapped in. Don't wait another 5 years and be like, damn, Mogul said that he was going to transition and start buying big companies and loading up the companies and sell the big portfolio for a $50 million payout. No, I'm just documenting right here. This is exactly what we're doing. So how many of y'all want to jump on board with that? Put ready in the comments if you like, yo, Mogul, I'm in. I already believe what you're saying. I already seen what you've done. I already seen your growth. I want to learn how to actually go and buy self-storage facilities. I want to learn how to actually get into the business of buying other businesses and creating an ecosystem where you could sell a portfolio as a bundle. I want you to put ready in the comments. I want you to put ready in the comments. All right. So He said, "Amen, Mogul." He said, "Amen." Amen. So for those of you that are ready, I am having a free online workshop this Wednesday. Free. And I'm going to go in more detail about what I'm teaching you right now. How to buy self-storage facilities, how to evaluate self-storage facilities, how to get the money for it, how to build strategic partners, how to become your own bank, how to actually align yourself with other businesses that aligns with self-storage. I'm going to be teaching this on Wednesday at 9 p.m. I encourage everybody to go and register. You don't have to, but if you said you was ready, I encourage you to register and be there. You go to commercialandcredit.com, or you could click the link in the description of this video, or you could comment the word legacy, whatever you need to do. You want to register, get in the room, it's free. And this is the last time that I'm going to be breaking down this type of information for free, because this right here is 1% information. And I only want to teach it to the serious, not the curious. Like, if you're serious, I want you to put serious in the comments. Most people be action talkers. They're not action takers. It's two different things. Two different things, y'all. This is what we're doing. We don't want quick 20,000. I want a quick 20 million. And if I'm 20 million, we're going to go to 200 million. So again, commercialandcredit.com. You want to go there and register for the free online workshop this Wednesday at 9 p.m. where I'm going to spend 2 to 3 hours teaching you this stuff in more detail. More detail. Raina, what up, Raina? I see you. In more detail. This is what we're doing. And every single year, I invest 6 figures in the mentorship. I already invested 6 figures in mentorship this year. So this year is coming to an end. So I have to actually pay for more mentorship, 6 figures in mentorship to get to this next level. And the mentors that I have, the people that I'm around, they talking about $100 million, $200 million, $400 million portfolios. I'm the youngest in the room, taking notes. I'm the dumbest and youngest in the room. And I'm coming to y'all, giving back the game. Like, yo, bro, I'm in this room with multi-million, like, I'm talking about 9-figure earners, 8-figure earners, and this is what we're doing. And I'm getting the game, and I'm in it, and I'm actually going to be planning in my steps. So let me ask y'all this question. Based upon what I shared to you just now, do you understand why I shut down my residential real estate business? If you understand, I want you to put understand in the comments. Because some people was like, well, nah, why would you teach real estate and then just quit it all of a sudden? Well, I'm entitled to learning now, and I'm now implementing new things with new businesses and new strategies. And that's why I'm telling you. It's one thing for me to quit and go do something else and don't tell you. I'm actually telling you so you could come on board with me on this new level. I don't want you to go through what I went through. I don't want you to go buy a single family. I don't want you to go buy a 2-family and get paid $200-300 a month cash flow. And as soon as you got to go and fix a pipe, as soon as you got to go and rewire rewire some things and put new outlets in, or if a tenant stopped paying you 2 or 3 months, now you're in the negative. Ask me how you know, Mogul. I've been there. I just got a phone call. One of my properties is a 2-family. I got a phone call that there's a leak somewhere and they got to go find it. The water bill was like $3,000. And on that property, I'm only getting $1,000 a month cash flow. So the water bill, $3,000, that already cut 3 months of my cash flow. And now I got to find out from the plumber what the issue is. I'm hoping that there's not no water pipe, there's no leak in the water lines, because I had a property that had a leak in the water lines, and that cost me a couple $1,000s to go fix. Yeah, like, this is what comes with the game. Now, somebody may have a different thought process and feel like there's other things you can put in place. I'm only sharing my experience. In the self-storage business, I don't have to deal with plumbing. I don't have to deal with any type of water bills. I don't have to deal with people living in the units and tearing it up. I've had tenants who tear up the house. I go and spend thousands of dollars to renovate the apartment, and a tenant goes in there and tear it up. And then people say, oh, vet your tenants better. You would never know how somebody treats something until you put them there. People will show up one way, and the next thing you know, they're in your apartment and they tearing it up. This is just how business go. This is the truth. So again, everybody comment the word YouTube, get the link to register. Get the link to Tapping With Me Live. Go to commercialandcredit.com once you get the YouTube, and you'll be able to get the full, lesson. So what I want to do now, right? I actually want to do something for y'all, a little special, right? I want to give y'all opportunity to ask me some questions. Like, so for the next maybe 10 to 15 minutes, I'll answer some questions and y'all could ask them to me. All right. So for the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm going to do Q&A, but only on YouTube. So I'll be jumping off of Instagram right now. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to jump off of Instagram and I'm going directly over to YouTube. So everybody that want to be a part of this Q&A, comment the word YouTube and you'll get the link. Or you could just go to moguleliteclub.com. Mogul Elite Club on YouTube. And you can go and subscribe and you'll be able to ask me questions. So I'm going to see y'all. I'm going to see y'all on YouTube. Everybody comment the word YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now live and I'm breaking this down. All right. Tapping with me on YouTube, y'all. There we go. There we go. All right, look, y'all, let's get it. What's y'all questions? Drop some questions in the chat and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I'll answer them to the best of my ability, y'all. Everybody that's on YouTube. Everybody that's on YouTube, drop some questions for the next 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to build with y'all because y'all the ones that's, y'all smart. You know what I'm saying? Y'all said, all right, he said YouTube. Let me get over there. Let me not just be on Instagram playing games. And make sure y'all subscribe. All right, can you go over the subprime lenders process for bad credit? Can you go over the subprime lenders process for bad credit? All right, so I'll go over that really quick for y'all. And I'm going to teach that more on Wednesday. So I'll break that down more on Wednesday, but I'll give you a little bit what I can give you right now. So the subprime lenders, these are non-traditional lenders. We're not talking about Wells Fargo. We're not talking about Bank of America. We're not talking about Chase. We're talking about non-traditional banks. These are private institutions like Upstart, One Main Financial, Op loans, FIG loans. These are all subprime lenders that approve you with bad credit, and they are cash loans, which means you can get approved and have the money in your account within 48 hours. But what you want to do with that money strategically, you want to look at when your payments are, when your statement date is up and when it reports on your profile. And when you get that time frame, you're going to go and do the backdoor method that I'm going to break down more on Wednesday. The backdoor method is if you go to multiple traditional banks now, right? Like Bank of America, for example, but I'll give you more banks on Wednesday. You go to Bank of America, and if you get approved for $20,000 with the subprime lenders, you're going to go to Bank of America and give them that same $20,000 as collateral on a secured business line of credit. And when you get that secured business line of credit, they're going to cut you a check back for $20,000. Well, when you pay them back, you're now going to get back their $20,000 that you put up plus the $20,000 on top. You just created $20,000 in business lines of credit with a traditional bank by leveraging other people's money. All right. Best place to learn about SBA loan qualifications and best place to look for storage facilities to buy. The best place to learn about SBA qualifications, it's to actually go in the community, right? I have a mastermind and we teach this stuff. We have our SBA lender that comes in and he teaches this stuff like step by step with our SBA lender. But if you don't tap into the mastermind, which is a waiting list for the mastermind anyway, you actually want to go to SBA website online and you can actually get the requirements, right? And then you can actually call up somebody on the line and really start digging in. So Key Bank, they do the SBA loans. What else? Navy Federal do the SBA loans. So you can actually go online, get with those banks and start asking questions. What else? 400 units per year. How many years? For 5 years straight. 400 units for 5 years straight. Each year. All right. How do we get the link for the meeting that will be on Wednesday? Let me actually put that in the chat for y'all, actually. I'll put that in the chat for y'all. The meeting on Wednesday. I'll put that in the chat. It's also going to be in the description. So if y'all look down here, I just dropped it. This is the link where you can register for the workshop on Wednesday. You can register for the workshop on Wednesday. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's the next question? Hey, if I still have negative items on my credit report, should I pursue the backdoor method? If you got negative items in your credit report, you want to focus on cleaning up your credit. Clean up your credit, but you still can get approved. It depends on how bad, and how much the negative items are. Like, is it $10,000 collections or is it $500 collections? If it's a $500 collection, you can still run the play on a subprime lender. But if it's like $10,000 collections, then you may not want to go that route because that's a lot of money. All right. I work a job right now, so how do I get a loan? That's even better. You got a job, so you can get a loan. You got income that you can show. But most of the loans that we go for is no documentation loans. So no pay stubs, no W-2s, no tax returns. So it goes off a stated income. Kareem, my guy. Kareem, what up, my guy? Is cap rate market specific or universal? Cap rate is market specific. So I'll give you an example. Cap rate in New York is going to be much lower because it's like an affluent and it's more expensive. So cap rates are lower when you're in areas that are more like pricier, right? And then cap rates are higher if you're more in like low income areas. That kind of ranges. However, a universal rule of thumb is your cap rate is typically 2 to 3 points above interest. So whatever the market interest rate is, typically you're going to do 2 to 3 points above that. And that is on average what your cap rate is, but it could also be influenced by your market. So that's a combination of things that, we'll be breaking down more in detail in the FYF. When my class comes, Reem, I got you, bro. We're going to go all in. Do you need a graphic or web designer? No, I don't. What else? How much money do you think is best to save to start with to buy a storage facility? 100,000. I would say 100,000 is a really good number. That's more than enough. $100,000, and it could be a credit card, line of credit. It could be raising money from partners, but $100,000 is safe to use as your starting point to go buy self-storage. Can I speak about the infinite banking? You got to go and tap in on that class. I broke down infinite banking. Go look on my YouTube. It's how to leverage infinite banking to buy self-storage. You got to tap in on that. But I'll go more in detail on Wednesday. So sign up for the Wednesday's class and I'll go more in detail on that. What else? What are some quick specifics you look for when selecting a storage unit to purchase? Good question. So one of the first things that I'm looking for when I'm going to buy a self-storage facility is going to be supply index. So supply index is a formula that tells me if there's actual demand in the area for a facility. Because you could go and buy a facility or build a facility, but there's not a demand for the facility in that area. So you're going to have empty units. So you need to know that if there's a facility in the area that a lot of people are going to rent out your units. That's the name of the game. So the way you get the supply index is you're going to get the total amount of units divided by the total population. So you get an area, 5 mile area within 5 square miles, right? And within that 5 mile radius, you're going to get the total amount of units that's in that 5 miles. And then you're going to divide that by the total population that's in that 5 miles. And that number should be 7% or below. If that number is 8% or higher, then most likely I probably don't want to touch that facility. That's the first thing I'm looking at. The second thing I'm looking at is what is the value add opportunity? Do we have an opportunity for expansion? What are the rents? Are the rents low? Can we increase the rents? Right? Is there a demand where we could actually, put some transportation like trucking services on there? Like what opportunity do we have to add value? So I'm looking at the supply index. I'm looking at how to add value. And the last piece is it financeable? That's another thing because I like to use financing. And some deals are just not financeable, unfortunately. I'm a new follower, subscriber. Where do I start with your videos and content? Oh man, Sinead, that's a loaded question. I would just, I got so much content. What I would tell you to do is join the free workshop this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Join that and start there. And once you get on that free workshop with me, then you can start to, binge watch a lot of my content on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that cool stuff. But YouTube, I have more detailed, dialed in, long format teaching information. How do you market your facilities? It depends. Some facilities we don't market online because the waiting list itself is strong. I have facilities where it's completely full and I have a waiting list of 300-400 people. So I don't even need to market online because as soon as a unit is open, I'm going to hit the waiting list. Right. But outside of that, we'll do advertising online. We'll do sponsorships. That's a whole entire thing that we do. We break that down in the class. Give me $1 said I'm getting a storage unit in 2024. Facts. It's a fact. My homies on the live with me tapping in. Do you ever work on partnerships in different states that you mentor? Yes, that's the entire blueprint. I partner with my mentees. That's why it's a qualification process to join my mastermind. Because in our mastermind, we actually partner, right? We actually partner. So yes, I do that. That's the entire goal, is for us to buy back the community. How do you pay back the first loan that you use with the secure loan? You got to tap into the online class for me to break that down this Wednesday. All right. I'm trying to get through as much questions as possible. For somebody that's been dealing with cash, what if you literally don't have the credit? What if you don't have the credit to work with? If you don't have the credit, you bring in partners. So I teach this concept of family credit, personal credit, business credit, partner credit, right? It's 4 different concepts that I'll teach you. And you leverage all 4 of those concepts to be able to get people in to be able to go and get the credit. That's an entire class. Tap in on Wednesday. I could break that down in more detail. All right. If I have accounts on my credit that they close, how do I remove it? I just actually dropped a video on my YouTube, how to repair and build your credit. It should be the last video that I just dropped. Watch that video and you'll learn how to delete negative items off your credit report. Is it possible to bring you deals? Yes, but I only accept deals when it comes to my mentorship and my mastermind, unfortunately, because I got to make sure you train to look at it the way I look at the deals. Do you have to give a down payment to the SBA at all when you have enough collateral? It depends on how good the deal is. If you have enough collateral, you may not have to come to the table with any down payment at all. But, the deal have to be a really, really good deal. But it's definitely possible. What's the minimum deposit someone can start the infinite banking policy so I can get it together? So there's no minimum. It's just what I would recommend. At the very minimum, I would recommend $5,000. I would recommend $5,000 to start your infinite bank. The more, the better. But this Wednesday, I'm going to teach you how to utilize the bank to actually create your own bank. So I'm going to show you how to go get $100,000 in business lines of credit. And then you turn that line of credit into cash, right? And now you take that cash and you go and load up your infinite bank. So now instead of using $5,000, you now can put $100,000 to load up your infinite bank with other people's money. And now you leverage that, borrow against it to go and buy assets. And then when you buy the asset, you go and pay off the bank. And that's the entire ecosystem that we use. We call it the Mailbox Millionaire Banking System. That is our signature banking system where we utilize it to go out there and buy self-storage facilities, leveraging OPM. Let's get it. All right. Do you have your IUL with WFG or Xperia? I have my IUL. I have multiple IULs. I have some with Equitable. I have some with Transamerica, Liberty Mutual, multiple companies. It just depends on, what policy I'm putting together and how I want to do it. So all of that depends. I just checked LoopNet and Crexi and don't see many storage facilities. This is why you need to tap in. So there's multiple ways. It's not one way to find storage facilities. You have LoopNet, Crexi, you have BizBuySell, you have List Self Storage, you have off-market self-storage, and then you have platforms where you can actually pull data and contact owners directly. Sometimes we use Google Maps, but that's an entire class that I have to break down and things like that for y'all. All right. Cool. So I thank each and every one of you for tapping in with me this Mogul Monday. I will be here every single Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on YouTube, giving you game. I'll be here this Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Commercial and Credit Workshop, where I'm going to show you how to go out there and buy self-storage facilities with no money down strategies, how to build your infinite bank, how to acquire other businesses, and really get to a point where you got a $50 million exit, a $100 million exit. That is the goal. So everybody go to Commercial and Credit, or I'm going to drop the link right here again. I want everybody to go and register for the free workshop this Wednesday. Everybody go and register for the free workshop this Wednesday. And again, I want to thank everybody for staying with me. I never take it for granted. I'm always grateful to have so many people who want to learn the information that I've been able to master with my experience over the last 10 plus years. So again, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. And I'll see everybody this Wednesday for the free workshop. And if not, I'll see you next week for Mogul Mondays. There we go. You have it. This is why I shut down my real estate business. Let's get it, y'all. We out of here. We out.